Welcome back to another video lecture, and in this lecture we discussed about the procedure involved in the environmental impact assessment in our country India. In 1986 this act has been implemented, and throughout the periods or throughout the years some changes have been or some updations have been obtained or over this EIA, and the latest draft is produced in the 2020, and some issues are also happened over this EIA. Okay, so here we discuss what are those important procedures involved in this EIA. So here you can classify them into four schedules, that is the list of projects requiring environmental clearance from central government. Some projects, if you are going to construct some buildings or some factories going to be opened, or like some constructions going to happen, then you have to take the environmental clearance certificate from the central government. The second one is application form. Industry should submit application form for the environmental clearance to the Union Ministry of Environment and Forest. So there is an application form that you have to fill up and you have to submit. Then third schedule, that is composition of expert committee for giving clearance, environmental clearance. Experts from various disciplines including air pollution, risk analysis, all those things. There is a committee and they have to give the clearance certificate. Last, procedure for public hearing. What about the public? So these are the different schedules or different steps we have to follow if you are taking a project. All projects and activities are broadly categorized in two categories. That is, classification is based on impact on natural and man-made resource, impact on human health. On the basis of this impact on different cases, this can be classified into category A and category B. So the same projects, if you are taking a same project, in the first case this mining of minerals can be categorized into two categories regarding this greater than or equal to 50 hectares of mining lease area or less than 50 hectares in the category B. Likewise, different projects, the same thing can be categorized into two categories. Okay, so that is discussed here. Different industries, industry related projects are mentioned clear. Okay, so requirements of prior environmental clearances. Okay, what are the requirements of this environmental clearance? That is mentioned here. Environmental clearance is done by central government in the Ministry of Environment and Forest. You based on the decision on the recommendation by expert appraisal committee. So based on, there is a panel of members, and based on that the clearance certificate should be given for the category A projects. In the second case, the first category, it is the license or clearance certificate is given by the central government. Then the category B, it is provided by the state government or state environmental impact authority. Okay, that's the case. So the government or this committee comprising of 3 members, chairman, member, all those things is okay. So the stages in environmental clearance process: first one is screening, second one is scoping, then public consultation, then appraisal. This is the 4 steps. In the case of screening, only for category B projects and activities to determine if they need EIA. So category A projects compulsory need EIA. So 2 categories already mentioned. Based on the impacts, this can be classified, and this category A projects compulsory need this EIA certificate. Okay, so that's the case. Then coming to the scoping, expert appraisal committee in the case of category A projects for activities, state in the category B1 projects. So these are categorized into different categories, and evaluation is going to happen. Okay, so if we are taking a project and based upon its area or based upon its volume, this can be categorized, and based on this different stages are happening. Then third one is public consultation, process by which the concerns of local affected persons on those others who have reasonable stake in the environmental impact of the project or activity are determined. So this is if some projects are going to implement, sometimes or some cases some environmental impact will happen and it will affect some persons. So the public consultation also to be taken out. Okay, then the public hearing. The case of public hearing shall be conducted by State Pollution Control Board you have to take the opinion or observation of this public audience also, or public. If you are going to construct a project over a particular area, you have to take the public hearing. That's called the public hearing. Then component 2, response from other concerned persons, that also to be taken out. Then after public consultation, applicant shall address all environmental concerns raised during this process. Okay, after consulting with this public, you have to take, these are the some of the disadvantages happen over these projects. Okay, so all those environmental concerns to be addressed. Okay, that's the case. Then last one is the stage 4, appraisal, detailed scrutiny by EAC documents. All those things is to be in the documented form, you have to take out. Then grant or rejection of environmental clearance means the regulatory authority shall consider the recommendations of the EAC or SEC concerned, convey its decision to the applicant. So sometimes the clearance certificate you won't get. Okay, if you're actually moving through the process and if some environmental impact is going to happen, sometimes the clearance certificates won't you get. Okay, so sometimes it will be granted or sometimes it will be rejected. So that's the case. Then validity, 10 years in the case of river valley projects, 30 years for mining projects. So what about this validity of this particular environmental clearance? For certain projects, some years, and certain other projects, the years may be high. Okay, likewise, it is also categorized. So summary of EIA process and a rough timelines is, who does it? Investor, submission of application, an application form to be submitted. This is the exact procedure. And throughout the 60 days, screening and scoping to be happened through the expert committee. And next 120 to 150 days, those prepare a preliminary report. Then 45 days public consultation or public opinion to be taken, then appraisal expert committee, and finally whether this project to be granted or rejected. That's the final decision. Okay, so this is the procedure involved in our country India regarding this environmental impact assessment. So I hope the section is clear, and with this we wind up today's session.